everyone, Monique here with Little Gems Creations 1. Today I'm going to show you how to make this neat little beaded earring. And we're going to start that in just a moment. Monique here with Little Gems Creations 1. Today I am going to be showing you how to make this cute little beaded earring. So you're going to need some fire line. This stuff is the 6-pound. You're going to need a beading needle. I don't know if you can see it, but there you go. And I already have my fire line threaded on it. Now I just use scrap fire line. I'm using probably about 3 feet here, but it's probably way too much. So, and you're gonna need a pair of scissors. So let's get started. As you can see, I did this one in pink and black. So we're gonna be working with, I believe, what is called the brick stitch. So that is where you take a bead, 2 beads on this to start, and both of your beads are on the line this way. You want to go up through that first bead from behind. Can you see that there? See what I've done? So you're going up through that bead from behind. Now, you should have your thread coming out both sides. You're going to take this thread and go back up through that bead. So we're doing 2 pink, then we're going to do a black. Okay, so now our working thread is coming out here. We're going to put our needle in the top of where that working thread is coming out of. Okay, gonna pull that, and we want these to lay side by side. So you don't want to pull them so tight that they're crinkled. And then you go back up through the black bead. Now, this is the middle row, okay? This is the middle row of our little earring here. This is right in the center. So now our working thread is coming out the top. We want to put our needle in the bottom of the bead that our working thread is coming out of. And we're pulling it so they're side by side, and then we're going back down through that pink bead. Okay. And now we're going to do another pink. Okay, and now our working thread is coming out the bottom of that pink bead. We want to put our needle going in the top, or depending how you're looking at this, vice versa. The opposite end of where your working thread is coming through. And now we're going through that pink bead that we just brought. Okay, so we have 5 so far. So I did 2 pink, a black, 2 more pink, I'm doing another pink. Okay, so working thread is coming out here. So I'm putting my needle up through there, or down, however. I'm putting it in the opposite end of where the thread is. Then we just put this bead here. So now I'm going to go into that bead. Do you see? Okay. Now we're going to do a black bead. And we're going in the opposite end of where the working thread is coming out. Okay, and we want these to sit beside each other, so we're not pulling them so tight that they're laying on top. Then we go up through the black, And then we're doing a pink. Opposite end of where that working thread is coming from. Okay, and then down through the bead we just put on. And our final bead is another pink bead. Opposite end of where that working thread is coming from. Okay, and then we... Now you see how I kind of held it as we went? Yeah, that kind of prevented it from going too crooked. Okay, so now we're gonna start building on top. And that's where this gets the name, the brick stitch. So we're going to be, if you look at our earring here, we're gonna start making one of the peaks, okay? So I put on a pink bead. Now, I am not going in any beads. I am going in the thread that attaches the two beads, okay? And then I'm going up through the bead I just put on now. And then you want to maneuver it so that it's over top of the two beads, okay? Then we're going to put on another pink bead. And we're going to go into the next thread. Never go in the same thread twice for this pattern. And up through the bead. And then snuggle it in. Okay, so what is going to happen is every row we're going to decrease by one bead, okay? So now I'm going to do a black bead in the next thread, and then I go up through the bead. Okay, so now I have my 3 beads in the middle, right? I'm only going to do 2 on this row. Okay, and then up through the bead. And I still have, by the way, I have quite a long tail on the other side. And that's because we're going to do the other end. I guess I should have told you that in the beginning. Okay. So only 2 big pink beads in the center this time. And the way I think of it is we are always losing 1 bead from the center. Okay. So then I would do my black bead. Come here, black bead. I dropped my bead box, and so yeah, they're kind of all mixed up. Now you're going into the next thread and up through the bead. Okay, and then we're going to do a pink one. And then another pink one, and that's it for this row. So we're always decreasing by 1 bead, okay? And the way I think of it is that we're always taking 1 away from the middle for this pattern. Okay, so this is what we've got. Oh, geez. So this is my tail, and this tail is quite long. And this is what we've got so far. Okay. So I want you to keep going. Follow the pattern, 2 pink, 1 black, and then you're always decreasing from the middle, okay? So you keep going until we get to the top loop, and then, or until you get to the final 2 beads at the top, and then come back and meet me, and I'll show you how we do the loop and knotting the one side. Okay, so I'm down to the final two. See right here? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up 3 of the black beads. Sorry, 6 of the black beads. Five and 6. Now, I'm gonna go into the opposite bead from where my working thread is coming out. Okay, now I'm going from underneath, I'm going up through the opposite pink bead, and I'm going back through those black beads, and back down the other side. Okay, so that's to reinforce. You can even go another time if your beads are big enough to let you do that. Oh. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my first knot. Going on this side, I'm gonna catch the thread I have on the side. I'm gonna make a loop. See my loop? I'm gonna go through my loop in the same direction twice. Okay, then I'm gonna pull that tight, and now I'm gonna weave through the next bead in that, on the side there, and then I'll go through one more. Now I'm gonna do another knot. So going in this side where your thread is coming out, I'm gonna make a loop. I'm gonna go through my loop twice, and then I'm gonna pull it tight, and then I'm gonna go through some beads. Now, you know what? That's a really tight bead, and I don't want to break it, so I'm gonna go into the one beside it. And that's okay, as long as you're following the beading path. Okay, make sure your thread didn't get hung up anywhere. And now just weave it through some beads before you cut, because you never want to cut where you make a knot. So there we go. I've woven it through some beads. Okay. Now I'm going to cut that thread. Okay. See, now I have actually quite a bit of thread. So, well, that's quite a bit to me. Is it? No, not really that much. Forget it. I was gonna say I'm gonna keep it, but I don't need to keep that much. Okay, so now we're going to the other side. And we're gonna use that tail that we left, that really long tail, because we started our work in the middle of the work, in the middle of the thread. I hope I said that at the beginning. I just do it so automatically. Sometimes when you're doing videos, you forget to say things because you just have done them so often. So like you did on the other side, you're gonna just decrease by 1 all the way to the top, and you're gonna do this top part, okay? So you do that and then come back to me, and then I'll show you how I'll put on my ear wires and what I'm gonna use for a little charm to dangle off. So do the other side like we did the first side, and then come back. Follow your pattern. And if you haven't hit the like and subscribe, do it. Not that I'm being bossy. Okay, so I am here with my ear wires. So we're gonna need 2 ear wires. Come on. There there we go, 2 ear wires. And then I like to always put the backings on ear wires. So I just get the plastic ones, put them on right away. I have long hair and I flip my hair a lot, and I don't know how many times those backings have saved my earrings from getting flicked across the room. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, and I decided to go with these cute little butterfly charms. So here's what we're gonna do. I need a couple of jump rings. So first we're gonna need 4 jump rings in total. Okay. So to open your jump ring, you always open it sideways, never out. So first, I'm going to go in between my 3 beads on each side, so I guess it's in between my 6 beads. Then I'm going to put on my ear wire. And then I am going to close this up. Okay. You really want to be careful because you don't want this to split apart. So I make sure that it lines up bottom and top. Okay. Nothing I hate more than my earrings falling apart. Okay. And then I'm going to take another jump ring, open it. Now these butterfly charms are directional. One side is plain, other side has a design. So I have to make sure that I'm putting it on the right way, right? So this will be the front. Oops. And this is where we have the other 6 beads. And we'll close that jump ring. Sorry, I'm losing it here with my pliers. There we go. And you want to make sure you get that to line up just perfectly. You don't want to lose your charm. Okay, now if I did it right, which I did, when I put it on my card or my ear, I always put it on the card because then I know it's going the right direction. My butterfly should be facing front, and it is. Woohoo for us. So do the same thing to the other earring. And if you like this tutorial, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And if you want notifications of when I put up new videos, hit the little bell. Now, I do have another YouTube channel where I do knitting and crocheting. And sometimes, well, actually not sometimes, before I started this channel, I did my beading tutorials on that channel. So if you see a video link, but it's for a different channel, like the other channel, yeah, it's still me. It's just that I decided to make a channel for each of my passions, one of them being making jewelry, and one of them is doing knitting and crocheting. So, like I said, hit the like and subscribe. And leave a comment. I do a lot of compilation videos. And if you ever see something on a compilation that you want me to make, let me know in the comments and I will make it as a tutorial. It may not happen right away, but it will happen eventually, especially if I know what people are interested in, right? So, thanks for watching, and have a great day. And here, I'll show you how the finished earrings look. There we go. There we go. I think those are darling. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.